Do you remember the first day you met Charlie?
Oh, yeah.
What was that like? At the ranch?
No.
No?
Actually, see, what's really funny is that with this couple that I went to live with, I had this note from my mom and dad. We talked about it. I said I'd like to live with them, and they said okay. And because I was underage, they wrote a note that said that I had permission to be with this family. And so I carried that around in my pocket, you know. And then we we lived in this house from this house out at Zuma Beach. We moved to with this couple. We moved to this house in Topanga Canyon, down at right behind the motel. You know, the Topanga Market and that ranch.
I know the area.
Down there.
Yeah.
Right down there. And we lived in this one house, and
this would have been 68, the fall of 68, maybe?
Let's see, well, it was before I met him before my 15th birthday. I met him like in December.
68. Because he got out of jail in 67.
Yeah, well, it must have been. Anyway, so when I met him at that little Topanga house.
Yeah.
I walked in. All these girls were saying, Charlie, Charlie, she's here.
About you?
I'm going, huh? But they made me feel like a princess. I mean, like a queen. And this is just what I needed because, you know, they just basically told me at the hospital if I wanted to live there that I had to live in the attic, make a spot, even though my parents were living there. It's like, you know, I was an emancipated juvenile, and I was just going to be drawing all the young guys, you know, and get them in trouble from the town. So they had made me feel not welcome. So this was the mental state that I was in, and I had been hanging out with Richard and Allegra. I'd lived at their house for a while, and they lived above Sunset someplace, Eagle Rock, I think it was. Anyway, so they brought me to meet this guy, Charlie, and his family, you know, because everybody was pretty impressed with, you know, the girls. The girls were lovely, and, you know, they had this bus, and they were going around, and Charlie played the guitar, you know. I mean, it was a nice little setup. I mean, this is from the, you know, these are the feedbacks that I was getting. So I met him, and oh, she's here, she's here. And I'm just like in shock. Well, what? How did they know me? And it turns out that, see, he had met my parents, and my mother had given him a picture of me. And told him that I was in San Francisco, which I was. I was in Big Sur, and then from Big Sur I went to San Francisco with this, you know, guy I met. So they had actually gone to San Francisco looking for me.
That's funny.
It is.
With the picture.
With the picture. They were looking for me. So here I come to this place, and these people all know me. And they made me feel like I was a part of them already. And so I, you know, basically, I don't remember if I stayed that night or if I came back, but from then on, I spent a lot of time with them. And I think we even took a trip to San Francisco, and they made me feel really, really special. And but how I got my nickname... Yeah,
you told me once, and I need to jot it down.
...was when we were living up in Topanga Canyon. That was the place that we lived at before we met Dee Dee. And I was into fasting. It was pretty much right after the time that Mary had her.
Right, Michael.
And it was right before.
Yeah.
It was at that house. And I had been fasting for, you know, I don't know, maybe 10 days or something like that. And I just had this, I came in and I was talking to, you know, a group of people in the kitchen of that house and just relating to them because I think it was like a, you know, a hot summer day or a hot spring day or whatever. And I was just imagining, I mean, I wasn't even like tripping out. You know, I was just imagining being a snake slithering through the cool, tall, green grass. and I was just relating this experience to, or this, yeah, it was. I mean, I didn't really experience it, but I imagined it, and was, just thinking about what it would be like, and relating these images around me. And then they told Charlie, and then, that night it was like, and then, oh, look, are you a snake?
Did you know?
That's where it came from, and it was such a simple.
Had nothing to do with your sexual escapades and your ability with your hips.
It has nothing to do with that, and that just really irritates me when.
I'll clear that up. I cleared up some.
I mean, this, even part of the behind the scenes that makes me so mad is.
Well, Kathy was.
All these people. I mean, Pugliosi.
Yeah.
Sanders. And, I mean, they have to embellish.
But the story is so fat.
But it's not. I mean, it's just. I mean, Paul really believed that. I know he did.
He believed what? The way they said. Yeah.
I mean, that's where it came from. It came from Paul.
Yeah.
Because that's what he thought.
That's what he said in his book.
That was his opinion.
Yeah, My Life with Charlie. He talked about it.
He didn't really, he didn't know either, or he didn't bother to find out.
I'm surprised. He was good looking. So the love wasn't as free as what we're led to believe?
No, I meant he didn't bother to find out what the truth
was. Oh, okay. I thought I was thinking, okay. No, all right.